I bet you if you're a Miami Dolphins fan right now, that just got you pumped. Welcome to Turn It Up Thursday as we get ready to host the Cleveland Browns this weekend. That young lady shredding it is 23-year-old Sophie Burrell from England. If that doesn't get you hyped, I don't know what will. In my efforts to push the envelope here, I want to do a whole bunch of new things. I want to really push the envelope. I want to raise the bar here from this, the same old talk that goes on YouTube. And that song kicked ass. I've mentioned many times on many of my videos, I'm not a stat junkie. I love football. And as far as I'm concerned, music is football. I remember running out of the tunnel when I played, and a big song at that time that really pumped me up was the Immigrant song by Led Zeppelin. Hammer of the Gods. Oh man, that song was just fire. I know I'm kind of dating myself by bringing up that song from, I believe, 1972, but what kind of music motivates you around football? What do you want to hear at a tailgate? Let me know. The other day we had a conversation on one of my live broadcasts about food, and people were talking about recipes. Let's talk about some music. What gets you pumped before a game? So every Thursday, even though there's no game next week, I want to bring you some heart-pumping music wrapped around the Miami Dolphins. If I can find artists that want to let me feature their music, I'm going to keep bringing it to you. I know it's not your ordinary football video, but that had to get you pumped. I am so psyched for this weekend. I want to see the Dolphins take it 4 games in a row, 4 wins in a row. I know that's not your ordinary football guy video. It's a little bit different, but that's what we're doing here. We're going to be a little bit different, not just talk stats and talk about the games. Let's talk about life around the game. I'm pumped for Sunday. I know this game is going to be a little bit different. It may not be what you think. Defense has to step up. And everybody in the league right now knows that the Dolphins defense is suspect. Check this out.
We can talk about offense and high flying and all this stuff, but if you can't make stops, if you can't, they barely got out of Chicago. And I'm not, and Justin Fields is playing fantastic football, but it seems like with the Miami Dolphins, they're in shootouts every game, because their defense can't stop anybody.
I can't disagree with him. He's absolutely right. We can't continue to get into these shootouts with teams. We just can't do it. You just can't expect your team to come from behind over and over and over again. And if we couldn't stop Justin Fields from running all over the field and getting 178 yards as a quarterback, what do you think Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are going to do if the defense isn't ready to play this weekend? No disrespect to Justin Fields, but he's not Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb will absolutely shred this defense if they're not ready to play. Luckily, Christian Wilkins and Zach Steeler have been doing pretty good in the middle, but we've got to do something to contain this guy. Otherwise, he's going to go for 200 yards. That's my concern. And on top of that, I hope that Teron Armstead is ready, because he's going to be locked in a battle with Myles Garrett. And on the other side, if he's healthy, Jadeveon Clowney is going to give Snell a run for his money over there. So this is by far not going to be any kind of blowout. And we have to understand, the guys on the outside could get loose for some touchdowns, but when they're running this much, when you've got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb running, the likelihood of a blowout and a lot of points, not really likely. They're going to eat up some chunk. They're going to eat up some time on the clock and keep our offense off the field. So the defense is going to have to nut up. They're going to have to come to the line prepared to stop the run. If they don't, it could be a tough day for the Dolphins. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. Of course, I want the Dolphins to win, but the defense has to step up this week. Can't give up 30 points. You can't go ahead and do penalties, as we always say. You can't beat yourself. This is going to be a tough game. Jacoby Brissett, no, he's not Justin Fields. But at the same time, they've got 2 studs as running backs, and so our defense has to step it up. But that's all I got for now. Tomorrow I'm going to do a breakdown of the game and what I see as the keys to success for the Miami Dolphins. But I hope you love this song. I'm going to do more of it. Let me know what you think about the music of football, and if you want to see more of this. Talk to you soon. Fins up.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?